You're listening to DraftKings Network.
Stream your favorites and discover more with the Disney Bundle. Watch the new season of Loki on Disney Plus. On Hulu, fear creeps in with the boogeyman. And touchdown with college football on ESPN Plus. All of these and more streaming now. Get the Disney Bundle with plans starting at $9.99 a month. Plans with ESPN Plus starting at $14.99 a month. Terms apply. See DisneyBundle.com for details.
Welcome to the Big Suey, presented by DraftKings,
Why are you listening to this show?
the podcast that seems very similar to the other Dan Le Batard podcast.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologize for that.
In fact, the only difference seems to be this imaging.
I have been tempted in restaurants just walking past tables to grab somebody's fries that if they're just there. That hasn't happened to you guys?
I've done it.
And now, here's the marching man to nowhere, Fat Face, and the habitual liar.
Have you seen those hills that they have on social media that it's like you can go down this hill, but if you can't get back up, it's $3,000?
I saw that. It's like a dune. It's a lake in Michigan.
It's in Michigan, yeah. It's the dunes like in northern Michigan. It is so crazy.
The payoff is to see Lake Michigan? No, thank you. Like, I'm not going to risk $3,000 to see Lake Michigan.
They're
I'm
crawling
good.
up on all four. Well, Lake Michigan is gorgeous.
I mean, it's a lake,
please.
okay? But,
The dunes in Michigan.
Look at the water in the Bahamas and tell me Lake Michigan is great, please.
Well, this is people that like live very far away from the Bahamas, Billy. So
Get to the Bahamas, though.
like Bahamas might be like a once in a lifetime trip.
Yeah.
For a lot of people in this country. If you're in Miami, it's like, oh, you jump on the little ferry. And
Save
go
the
there.
$3,000 it's going to cost you to get back up to see Lake Michigan and go to the Bahamas.
I love a good lake. I don't know what you're doing with lakes here.
I like to see what's at the bottom of where I'm swimming in. I'm not a freshwater guy.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Not a freshwater guy. I don't like murky water at all, especially if there's things swimming in it. No, thank you.
Although I do love freshwater salmon.
Greg, you have to love a good lake, though, right? You're with me on that? Like sitting out by the lake with
a bear.
Water.
You got it, Billy.
Greg
Sorry
doesn't
about
like
that.
water. He doesn't even consume it.
Right.
I don't like water.
Yeah.
I don't like drinking water. I barely like taking a shower.
Water's for the fish, am I right, Greg?
Yeah, exactly. I don't like going in the ocean. I don't like lakes.
But you go on
I don't
cruises.
Like rivers or
Wait,
streams.
hold
I
on
don't
a
like
second.
any of that stuff.
Why do you go on cruises then?
Because I'm not in the water.
Okay.
The drink package.
I'm on the water. I'm not
Only
in
the
the
drink
water.
package. Yes.
I'm not swimming next to the cruise ship and saying, help me.
The Great Lakes are like an ocean. You can't see the other side of the lake. They're humongous. People, whenever they
crazy.
come to the Midwest, they look out at the lake and they're like, wow, that is a humongous body of water. You can't even see the other side. Yeah, that's why they're the Great Lakes, not just the good lakes.
Yeah.
It's true. Thank you, Stu. Good segue. When I was flying to Chicago,
It's so distracting. I haven't been able to talk this entire
I don't know what's
session.
I'm good.
real
It's
and
my
what's
dream.
not.
I mean, hopefully Dan could just come in one day and all you have is that and I could stay at home.
Well, no, not for you. Then they could just fire you very
Well,
easily.
no. I mean, I have rights to my laugh.
The people swim in a lake. Is that a thing? Swimming in a lake?
Yeah.
I would not swim in a
Of
lake.
cour's it's a
I
thing.
love
What
swimming
are
in
you
a
talking
lake. What
about?
was that
question?
Right.
The idea that I'm going to be
People swim in a lake?
bitten on the toe by a trout.
That's
it's
what I'm saying.
ridiculous.
What do you think you do?
Would help
Like,
your
what do you
nail,
think
though.
lakes are for?
I don't know. Fishing.
Commerce.
You fish in a lake. You boat on a lake. You don't swim in a lake.
Yeah.
Come on.
Swim in a lake.
Do you?
Of course
yeah.
you do.
Okay.
Except when, like, the people at Lake Michigan tell you, don't swim today, there's E. coli. That
Yeah.
happens
Oh,
kind of often.
That's a negative.
You're worried about fish gnawing on your feet?
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
a trout biting me on
They'll
the
cut your
heel.
nails. I mean,
Come on. Maybe I'll wear shoes and I'll go swimming in a lake with shoes on.
I don't like the idea of like the like algae bacteria, especially like the microscopic ones that
Right.
swim into you.
They
and
have
then,
that in
like,
the ocean, too.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Especially in
Stepping on
Miami.
stuff. You're stepping on weird,
Exactly.
rays.
No, you're right. You're right.
devil rays and
What?
you know,
Devil rays.
sand
Wait,
dollars. There's all kind of crazy.
you're talking about the ocean.
Rocco
now.
Baldelli.
Whatever.
What? You think there's devil rays and sand dollars in
It's,
lakes?
You know, it's murky. You
there's
can't
nothing
see
in
your
lakes. There's like, there's like schools of fish. That's it.
Yeah, you
like
know.
minnows and stuff.
I don't want a school
Some
of
bluefish.
Greg graduated.
What do you mean you don't know about that?
Ever heard of the Loch Ness Monster, buddy?
I have, yes.
Nessie.
That's a lake. Technically a loch, but whatever.
What do you mean it's a lake?
It's technically a loch, which is why it's the Loch Ness Monster, but
Right.
that's what you call lakes and wherever that is.
But are you certain the Loch Ness?
Scotland, sure.
Right. Wherever
Wherever.
that
Doesn't matter.
That was a real laugh, by the way.
Yeah, it was. I was looking at your mouth to see if it was moving, and it was.
I have a water question for the class. I was talking to Tony about this, and I feel like Greg might
doesn't
be on
like
this.
it.
We have this water machine that's out there, right? And it gives you different options where you can choose like a different flavor that you want to put in there.
I've seen that.
And one of them says Power Boost, and it says it gives you vitamin D, B12, see this, see that, whatever, right? So I pushed that, and that's what's in my water. How? What's the difference between this water and that water?
We need to test it.
How do we get liquid vitamins in here? And why wouldn't they just be in there anyway?
And how would you know?
Exactly
They
right.
could be lying.
That's what I'm saying. It's completely transparent. I don't see the
It
vitamins.
looks like regular water. It could be vodka. You don't know what you're drinking.
You don't know.
It's a scam? If you had to guess, are they lying?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's a scam.
Really?
Right.
Everything's a scam.
Oh,
I don't know about everything, but your point is well taken.
most things.
Lakes, scam.
Lake
He's right.
scam. That would be a good name.
Name a
for
thing that's
lake.
not a scam, Greg.
Everything's a
I
scam.
dare you.
Everything's a scam. You're right.
Scamming it.
It's easier that way.
What, to scam?
Yeah, to think
Than to be honest?
to think everything is a scam.
That is a code I have lived by my entire life, my friend.
It served you well.
It really
Congrats.
has. I'm sitting here.
There you go.
Not for long. Thank you. Just play it until the end of the segment, please.
Hey, it's Mike Ryan. I've got good memories of football, some recent bad memories of football, but one thing about football is Miller Lite makes it better, even when it's not necessarily going your way. And unless you're one of a handful of professional football teams or collegiate squads, chances are something hasn't necessarily broke your way this year. Hell, maybe you've even had a result in hand and felt pretty sure about it, but you just decided against it, and it just wasn't your day. Well, whether it's your day or not, let me tell you something. Pair your national obsession of football with Miller Lite. From kickoff to the final whistle, you just can't go wrong with a Miller Lite in your hand. It's the only light beer with a taste worthy of football. I'm telling you, this is what I do every football Saturday and Sunday. While my teams leave me with regret occasionally, Miller Lite never really does. Make it Miller time all season long. Get Miller Lite delivered right to your door. Visit MillerLite.com/Dan, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Panera's You Pick 2 lets you draft your perfect meal, like a smoky buffalo chicken toasted baguette and creamy mac and cheese. Think you're an expert at picking the perfect pair? Play Panera's You Pick 2 football challenge from DraftKings, and that skill could make you richer, because there's $45,000 in total prizes up for grabs. Predict which iconic football duo you think will perform best in 9 weekly contests, October through December, free to play on DraftKings. Learn more at DraftKings.com/Panera. Eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited.
Don Lebatard.
He, for some reason, would do a Gary Stevens impersonation of the offensive coordinator of the Miami Dolphins and the University of Miami. Go ahead. Do you want to do that for the people? Your Gary Stevens impersonation? You want to give people some of that? 30 years in the making.
Stugotz.
What? Who needs me?
Oh, that? I
What?
do that my whole life.
You're going to go to Buffalo and win with Bernie Pomeroy? Who needs me?
This is the Don Lebatard Show with the Stugotz.
So, Stugotz, I made a mistake.
What happened?
Well, I came in saying we should eliminate the fake laughs so that people would not be annoyed by the fake laughs without
Right.
knowing that you had a whole bank of fake laughs that you're just hitting at random points in time. I didn't even know that he was doing that. I thought that it was just you laughing.
Nope.
Yeah. But so you're giving people more of this that they've complained and said they don't like.
I'm not doing anything. I mean...
No, I know that, but...
Right. Yeah. We are, yes.
How was this decision made?
I mean, Chris made it, and I liked it, and we rolled with it.
I feel like you could send those sounds to Mike and Dan and have them set it off while they're over there, and then really see if people know that you guys are separate or not.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I also feel like this weird tension, and I don't know if you guys feel it. This is straight up a competition, right? We're going to call it what it is.
We're winning.
Like,
Yeah.
this is a competition
We've
between
won.
the Miami show and the LA show. I'm getting emotional.
Yes. Why?
I don't know.
You choked up.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not doing well.
Yesterday we had Gojo on before they did.
Yes.
I think they have him on today, I believe.
Yes.
And I heard that Brad Williams is next on their list, so
Right.
he'll be with us in an hour.
Okay,
Nice.
Very good.
Attaboy. That's an EP right there.
What are we... I don't know that it is. What are we accomplishing by these petty guest bookings?
We're just being
We're being wacky, Billy. That's
Okay.
all. Yeah.
I got it.
Yes.
We're making content, Billy.
That's all we're doing.
So when do we get an exclusive Sedano sit down?
Tomorrow.
I heard that That was in my notes too, where Stugotz started out the show saying they went out to LA to get in a sit down with George Sedano. I'm like, wow.
Have you guys ever seen a bear try to type on a computer? It's great. No, keep typing.
I don't understand the deal with the bear's hands. They're just kind of like on Jer Bear's actual human hands, but you can't put his hands inside of that. I have a question for you. Are you guys Halloween people?
No.
Yes.
This is a difficult question for me.
Why?
I like the
You
night.
like the candy.
I like I love the candy.
Right.
I love the weeks leading up of candy to pick at.
Right.
I love walking around with my daughter and watching her trick or treat. I don't know how I feel about Halloween parties, and I've been invited to one.
I like Halloween parties.
So me and my wife are in that mode. Are we going to do a couple's costume? Or are we going to just do our own thing? I'm in the market. I'm in the market for a costume. If anyone has, I want to be funny.
Don't be Barbie and Ken. That's everybody this year.
Yeah. There's a balance. There's a balance.
I don't know, Billy. I feel like so many people are saying don't be Barbie and Ken that there might end up not being a lot of Barbies and Kens because everyone thinks everyone else is going to be Barbie and Ken.
Huh.
Just the vibe I'm getting.
There's a balance, right? You don't want to be the laziest costume, but you don't want to be too look at me, right? You don't want to be the guy that. I want to be in that. I want to be like the 5th best costume at this party.
I like that strategy. Don't be the best, but also don't be the person that's too cool that they don't try.
The person that goes all out, give me a break.
Yeah.
Like you're painting the thing, and you're a goblin, and you have all this stuff on you. It's like, come on, dude.
Face
it's one
painting,
day a night.
I feel like there has to be an age limit for face painting, right? Face painting, let's not. Especially if it's like intricate. If it's like light face painting, right? Okay.
Little eyeshadows.
Excessive.
I kind of feel like the opposite. Like if you're gonna be an adult face painter, like do it like go all out. Like do something.
This
do
isn't
the
Horror Nights.
Jaguars guy at the Jaguars game in London.
Yeah.
Like that's like okay, yes. Like I am fully on board.
I wanted to make that a grid of death punishment. Does anyone think that that's a good idea?
I would
No
do
one will
it.
pay it off.
I am just worried that would be like terrible for my skin and it would never come off.
I will tell you this. One time I had to, I don't remember what the punishment was, but I had to be green for some reason. So the makeup artist that was here that day used spray green paint. So they were using like one of those little sprayers. And it took me like 6 showers to take a shower and get the green paint off. And these were in the days when our garage was 3 blocks away. So I had to walk from the studio over to my car 3 blocks to South Beach in like the middle of like December, January. It made no sense. And I was a green human being. And then I was driving, and at the time my car didn't have tinted windows, so I'm driving, and everyone that's driving next to me is seeing a green human. And then I went to shower, and it took like, no lie, like 4 or 5 showers for me to get all of the green off. So if you have good makeup, it's going to take a while for you to not look like
Billy
a
has
jaguar.
no idea that Chris has just been playing.
No, I heard it because I saw him.
I'm realizing the more I do this that this is only funny for us.
Yeah,
the
100%.
audience listening has no clue.
They
the
don't
audience
know.
will love it. It's annoying to Billy. That's who it's
It's not annoying to me. I'm telling you, they don't like the fake laughter. So the more you do it, the more they're going to be like, I don't want to hear this.
Greg, are you into Halloween at all? Because I would think of all the people on our show that Dan is probably the most likely to take Halloween very seriously.
It's
in terms
so
of costumes,
weird. He
right?
loves Halloween
He loves
costumes.
yes.
Loves them.
Yes. It's weird.
Because he loves being dressed up as the Joker, asking someone a question about like their mental illness on Twitter.
Right.
No, but outside of that, he like every year when we would have Halloween, he would really like Halloween. Like before
He
even
gets into
HQ,
it.
we would have events on Halloween, like a Heat watch party. And now
He's just kind of into that shit.
He seems to like costumes.
I don't know if it has anything to do with Halloween.
Baby.
That's
Halloween parties are a dangerous game.
Yeah.
I mean, they are. All of a sudden, you're making out with someone who's not your wife. I mean,
that's
what?
Seems like a unique
What?
experience.
The costume.
No, he's right.
Thank
He's
you,
right.
Tone.
The
Thank
No,
you,
he's
Tone.
not
Dangerous
right.
game.
Wait, what do you mean he's right? Hold on.
All of a sudden,
What?
you go as Barbie and Ken. There's another Barbie. You don't know you're a Ken. You don't know.
Right. Thank you, Tony. Right. He
Hold
gets
on.
it. Yeah.
That goes to something else I want to do.
Wait,
I want to
cheat
abolish.
on your wife?
No. I want to abolish couples costumes.
Get ready. Get ready for when you have a kid because it becomes family costumes.
Stupid.
Family
I don't want
costume.
to. I don't want to dress like what you want to dress like. I want to dress like what I want to dress like, not what you want to dress
Well,
like.
what do you want to dress like?
We
You're
already-
you're
Not
too
what
old
you're
to
doing.
want to dress like this.
No,
Tony-
but my point is still I have to go to those costume parties and Jenny's like, oh, why don't you dress as like a cat? And I'm like, I don't want to be a cat.
Tony already told us on Mystery
dog.
Crate last week that he went to Kirsten's birthday party and it was a masquerade and he got the LeBron James like basketball mask like to wear to a sexy little masquerade party. He wanted to be LeBron James in like a basketball costume.
Yeah, you're weird.
Like, he
I had to
doesn't know
change
how to
it.
do Halloween.
I had to change it. It looks stupid.
Your wife made you change it?
No, she ordered me the one that I wanted, that I thought I wanted. Then it came home and I looked at it and I was like, oh, this sucks.
So are you going to be, what are you going to be?
I haven't decided
What
yet.
does your wife want you to be that you don't want to be?
No, it's
Have
not
you
this
cheated
year.
on your wife? I'm confused. Just bring us
No,
back
I
on
just said it's a
Halloween.
dangerous game.
No, it was just a makeout.
Which Ken is this?
I'm not even saying it was me. I'm just making the larger point that when everyone's in costume, you might think someone's your wife, you make out with her and realize that it's not your wife. That's
right.
it. I mean, Greg knows.
Do I?
And
wouldn't
cheating
admit it
is
if I did.
based on intent, so
Right.
no intent
I don't.
there.
Wait. Okay. I feel like I'm so innocent.
I think the key to a costume party is you have to, if you go as a couple, it has to be off the wall a little bit. You can't go as Ken and Barbie because everybody's doing it. My wife and I, and you're going to think I'm playing this for a laugh, I'm not. My wife and I went to a costume party decades ago, might have even been before kids, as Hi and Lois, the obscure cartoon couple.
Right.
Nobody knows who
Very
that is.
obscure cartoon.
I hope Google knows. I hope Google knows what this is.
Hi, H-I, and Lois.
Yeah.
It was a popular cartoon probably in the 70s.
Lois. Right, got it.
Yeah, and everybody says, who are you guys supposed to be? And it's fun because it's not obvious, you know?
It debuted in 1954.
There you go.
We have Billy as Hulk dressing up in the screen right here for the...
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, that's what it was. Dude, that took forever to get off. It
Was it just your
the
face
worst.
and neck?
He's painted like Hulk for the listening audience.
It was my face and neck and my hands for some reason. They're like, you could keep on your hoodie, but we have to paint your hands. And I was like, this is when things were like really serious about the grid of death. And I'm like, I'm out on this stupid
No,
game.
Billy's
I hated
right.
It so much.
It was so serious at one point that I dressed as Guy Fieri and went to the airport and sat on an airplane as Guy Fieri.
You look great in that costume, though.
Thank you.
All-time
I did.
great costume.
Did you kiss someone else's wife that night, too?
Yeah.
No, somebody kissed him thinking it was Guy Fieri.
Someone kissed him and they were like, oh, I forgot. My husband was Bobby Flay.
Guy Fieri's wife made out with you. So weird.
Thank you.
So you guys are all anti-couples costumes?
I think it's just me.
I'm not.
I need the right idea. I don't want to.
I'm
do,
anti-costume.
Like me and
I
my
gotta be
wife,
honest with you.
probably like 4 or 5
Yeah.
years ago, me and my wife did. She was dressed up as a bee, and I was a beekeeper.
Oh, I remember
And I
that.
felt like the biggest loser.
Right.
Like that wasn't a good one.
I was a pilot one time, and my wife
So was I.
like, yeah.
I was a pilot once
Like
too.
a flight
and
attendant
it
or
sucked.
whatever.
I hated it.
I was
oh my God,
fine.
you are the Cuban pilot.
I was the Cuban pilot before
Chris.
it even happened.
Yeah.
I've been a pilot.
Why?
I've been a commercial
no idea.
airline pilot.
Have you?
Yeah, at a
Really?
costume party. Yeah.
Really?
That was one of
Yeah.
those like parties where there's like a murderer and stuff. Like what are those things called?
Could've
Murder
been.
mysteries?
Yeah.
No,
you
like
know
the
what?
mystery party. I've never done one, but
That
murder
used to be
mystery party?
popular, too.
What
Yeah.
about a couple's costume with your bestie? Because one time Charlotte and I did a couple's costume, and she was a dragon, and I was John Lennon, so it was Imagine Dragons.
Wow.
Oh, I like that.
Those that you have to think sometimes.
Yeah, I like that.
Especially if it's a party and you're not thinking. That's how you end up making out with other people's wives. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Now
Like, I can't-
you're coming around,
I can't
Billy.
think about this.
Exactly.
Kids change the game, by the way.
We
and not
blew-
necessarily for the better.
We blew right past Chris being a beekeeper.
yeah.
Did he have the
You're
actual like?
absolutely
My
right.
wife
Did
was
you have the helmet?
bee. I had like it was like makeshift. I didn't get a real bee helmet. I got like
like a
some
net?
netting over like just like a safari hat. It was like a safari hat that I just put some netting over, and I wore this like tan outfit. It was not
Yeah,
good.
that sucks.
Yeah.
And I think I had like a bucket that said beekeeper on it. It was just.
When you have to have something that tells you what
I think
other
I
people
had
tell you
this.
what.
You should have
I'm
had
gonna
real
find
bees.
this.
You
I'm
should
gonna
have walked
find
around
this.
with bees
I'm
in a
gonna find
bucket.
this
What was the
costume.
bucket for, though? The candy,
The
right?
bees.
For the-
Oh,
the
the bees. Okay.
Oh man.
The honey?
You should have had real bees.
Did you call your wife honey all night?
Oh, boy.
Just asking. It had to be asked.
It
I'm
won't
glad you
surprise
did.
any of you, but I'm super into costumes
We
for
know.
Halloween.
We know without knowing.
So
Right.
I've done Flo from Progressive with Jake from State Farm.
Ooh.
With my wife,
weird.
we've done JT and Brittany in the full denim outfits from the VMAs. Love a costume. Love a couple's costume. And to me, I think that's the best part of Halloween is people getting to go out and just, express their inner theater kid.
And make out with your wife. I mean,
Or somebody else's.
Right, or somebody else.
It's a mistake.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Sorry. Lucy, you've been silent on Halloween. What's going on?
I don't really have that strong of an opinion. Wear what you want. Don't wear what you want. I don't really care.
That's not how this show works, Lucy. You
No.
have to
No.
say something
Stake your claim.
absolutely
Yep.
outrageous.
Outrageous.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me
Yes.
think.
By the way, Chris Cody just showed me his little beekeeper costume on his phone. Kind of cute.
Let me see.
I'm gonna send it to
Really?
the video
Kinda
team
cute.
so we can put it up.
Okay.
Kinda cute.
I'm excited
They're
about this.
cute. They're a
My
cute
take?
couple.
I have one. TikTok is ruining Halloween.
Wow.
Because it's all my For You page is just people being like, here's a costume you can be. It happened last year and everyone was like, I'm going to be cute Buzz Lightyear. And then for no reason whatsoever, there were a million like slutty Buzz Lightyears running around.
I'm Buzz Lightyear this year.
Really?
Yeah.
You're doing a whole like kids costume.
Yeah, my 2-year-old is going to be Jessie. My wife is going to be Bo Peep, and then my little baby is
I
going to
see
be
you more
a
as a
sheep.
Woody.
I was Woody once before. That's why I wasn't Woody for this one. I actually bought a Woody T-shirt. It was a watch party that Dan was having for the Heat. I'm telling you, it was a Heat watch party on Halloween, and they were like, everyone has to go in costume. Of course, I was the only idiot that went in a costume, and I went in a Woody shirt and a hat. Yeah, and then we went to Lincoln Road, and God, Lincoln Road used to be a wild scene on Halloween. I don't know if it still is.
The Grove used to be insane.
Oh, the Grove
was the best on Halloween.
I saw somebody get their
You
head
are
split open with a
definitely
vodka
kissing
bottle.
somebody else's wife.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the Grove was wild.
I mean, Billy, if we really want to get into it, Bo Peep is Woody's partner. So as Buzz Lightyear, you are making out with somebody else's wife.
Oh.
Buzzkill Lightyear.
I like it.
Thank you. Where's my laugh?
Seriously. Hakeem?
Hakeem.
I like that better. Ron McGill has to be a costume guy. Couples costume, right?
Ron's always in costume.
Yeah.
Like weekly.
Thank you, Chris. It's a great transition. It's why I do it. It's why I use it. Ron McGill. We'll talk Halloween next.
Hey guys, it's Tony. US Cellular is introducing Us Mode. It's like airplane mode, but for people. You got that? Cool. It's a way to set up your phone so it doesn't get in the way of people really being with each other. Block distractions and make way for a real connection. Give it a try. Visit US Cellular in-store or online, and they'll help set up your phone to Us Mode. For free. Really, for free. Even if you're not a customer, they'll still do it. That's how good US Cellular is. Built for superior 5G connection and real human connection. US Cellular. Built for us. Find out more at uscellular.com/findus.
Don Le Batard.
I actually thought you looked kind of good.
Stugotz.
Thank you. The beard's grown out a little bit. I got a little life in my face, I feel like. Little tan, Colorado, San Francisco. I had a great time, man.
You get life on your face.
You've got death on your face.
I think you got 40 to life on your face.
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Ron McGill should be with us in a little bit. We don't know where he is.
We've lost him, but we'll find him.
We have lost Ron. Yep.
He's probably preparing some Halloween costume.
Yes. I would like to I'd like to go to Lucy for a second because she's concerned for the entire nation. And I want to get to her weekend and her video from the weekend. But first, why are you concerned for an entire college football nation, Lucy?
There's something happening right now that no one wants. What? No one wants it.
Right.
But it's happening.
Okay.
And it's time that you sit down and you talk to the people closest to you about the fact that Iowa will most likely finish this season 11-1. That they have a shot at making the playoff. Now, a lot of you listening to the show may not watch college football, and you've heard me talk about Iowa before, and you would assume they're 0-7. That is not the case. Iowa is 6-1 right now, and they are favored to win every remaining game on their schedule.
Right.
And they have the 133rd ranked offense out of 133 teams. And they have a shot at making the playoff.
I think we need to support Lucy. We need to become. I know we already are.
Right.
We already are kind of an Iowa show, but I am all in with
But
Iowa.
I don't understand if supporting Lucy is rooting for Iowa or against Iowa. It's very strange because I don't think she wants them to go 11-1. That's weird.
I don't want them.
Lucy, I want them to go 11-1. This would be amazing.
Wait.
First of all, amazing content. Second of all, hilarious if they are able to somehow upset one of the other teams in the Big Ten championship.
It could happen.
It could happen. It would be absolutely hilarious and insane if this happened and the committee had to put in a not undefeated, but a nearly undefeated Iowa team with one blowout loss against Penn State in the playoff over the other teams in the Big Ten East that are probably on paper a lot better.
You guys might want to see Iowa in the college football playoff with that offense, but I don't.
I mean,
This guy's good.
That was bad. No one wants. It was a good try, though.
Not even a fake laugh from Stugotz.
No,
Iowa
nothing.
don't. That's pretty good.
Wait, Lucy, let's be clear. Do you want Iowa in the college football playoff or not? Because I think the country would say no. No one wants them there. No one wants them fouling up their college football playoff.
As an Iowa fan, no.
Right.
As a sicko, yes. That would be so unbelievably funny for what is historically one of the worst offenses of all time to make it to the college football playoff. Now, when we talk about Iowa, we talk about how bad their offense is, but what gets left in the dark is as bad as Iowa's offense is, Iowa's defense is like the inverse. They are
I love
so
them.
good.
Defense wins
They are
championships.
a top team
There it is.
every year. And I know. And it's It's a real possibility. Iowa's favored in every remaining game on their schedule, and something weird could happen. I don't know. Iowa could face Michigan in the Big Ten championship game, and for some reason, something goes wrong. J.J. McCarthy turns the ball over 5 times. Iowa's defense, they're our best scorers. They score, and Iowa's in the playoff. I don't think this happens. I think if Iowa makes it to the Big Ten championship game, they lose by 45, but it is a possibility. It is a real scary possibility, and we need to prepare for it.
Lucy, I heard a stat that the Hawkeyes are 10-1 when their punter has more than 8 punts in a game.
He is amazing. He is so good. This weekend, 10 punts, 506 yards. He is a god.
He's your MVP.
He should be in the Heisman conversation. And I say that kind of as a joke, but kind of serious. He's genuinely Iowa's like one of their best weapons. We win the field position game all the time, and that's how we win. He's so good. Iowa's been outgained by their last 2 opponents, but have won. It doesn't make sense. They are so bad offensively. They should be losing, but they're not. They are winning.
Why is the Big Ten set up this way, where Iowa has to play one of these teams every single year? Like, why isn't it Michigan, Ohio State, the Big Ten championship game?
That is a great question. That is a phenomenal, awesome question. And when they set up the Big Ten originally, they set it up in 2 divisions that they thought would be more even in talent, and they were the leaders and legends. But when that happened, you lost a lot of rivalry games. It didn't make a ton of sense. It was very funny, though. So then they went East and West, and they hoped that the West would be competitive. And the West has never won a Big Ten championship game. They suck all the time. The Big Ten championship is consistently a blowout, and it's usually Iowa losing by 30.
So as you showed, do we want Iowa in the playoff?
Still unclear.
Yes.
Yeah, it's still unclear.
We are rooting for Iowa. We are an Iowa.
We're rooting for
football
Iowa to get
podcast.
past Michigan, Ohio State, or Penn State.
And we need a
First go
Heisman campaign.
undefeated in the rest of their games.
Right.
And then play in the Big Ten championship and win.
All right. So, Greg, you are down with the Heisman campaign for the punter.
For the punter.
Yeah,
Yes.
He
right.
is so good.
Right.
He is so insanely good that, like, legitimately, he's probably the best player.
What's his name? We need a slogan.
Tory Taylor. He is from Australia, naturally, as all good punters are. And if you go to an Iowa football game, most of the shirts you see in the crowd just say punting is winning. And it is.
I love
because we
Iowa.
keep winning. Iowa keeps winning games.
All right, Lucy, we have this video from you over the weekend. So set it up for the audience and for us and tell us what you did over the weekend. You went to 2 games, right? Not 1, but 2.
Yeah, so I went to 2 games. Well, I went to 1 game and half of a game, and I went to 1/2 of Colorado-Stanford. So this is from that. I left early. We'll talk about it later, but I had fun before I left, for the most part.
If I could marry Deion Sanders, I would. This man has done so much for this university. This guy has brought Boulder to number 1.
I have severely overdressed for the weather. This thing is like a sauna, but I don't have anywhere to put it. Also, I like Colorado fans. I do. They're fun. No one has offered me anything to drink. It would be a shame if someone offered me an ice cold Miller Lite right now.
We love Boulder.
No, we love Dion.
We love Dion and Shador and CU Boulder. And Shiloh.
You know, I haven't asked a single question
yeah,
yet.
Let my friend ask a question. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What does Deion Sanders mean to you?
He's like my second father, a little bit more athletic. Both my father and Deion are missing toes, so that's pretty exciting.
Me and Coach Prime go way back. I saw him play for the Atlanta Braves, the Atlanta Falcons. He played for both teams on the same day. That's my boy, Coach Prime. We go way back.
I love that man.
Saved the school. Thank God. We needed it.
Very attractive children. Kids are very attractive. His kids are very attractive, yes.
Yes. So we've established his kids are attractive.
Yeah.
What do we feel about the Stanford tree, the mascot?
I love the tree. I think it's cringy.
What color is that?
Stanford's red.
Cardinal.
Red.
Red.
No,
this is
You're in the wrong
this
color,
is salmon.
brother.
This is salmon. You might think
You're not
I'm with the wrong team, but I ain't.
The Stanford tree is the stupidest mascot in the history of college football.
In their soccer lacrosse stadium, they have them like in the bleachers, like little shrubby trees, and I'm like, you guys look stupid.
Stanford sucks.
Can you guys do a fit check for me?
My sweatshirt is from when I was in college, so 27 years ago?
From 7 years ago. Come on.
7 years ago, I mean.
We got the hat. This one's super old, too. It's like a college 25-year-old hat right there, but gold.
That hat, as old as me. We're the same age.
Making me feel good.
It's a little late for you guys. It's almost 8 p.m. and you're still out? What are you going to miss most about the Pac-12?
I'm not going to miss the Pac-12. As long as Coach Prime goes where we go, I'm good.
I think it's a great conference. I really don't like how nothing's regional anymore because I think it ruins college football a little bit.
A hero.
I'm mostly here for Ralphie.
Oh, yeah. I'm here for Ralphie. Ralphie is right there. He is right there. I literally wanted to see Ralphie my whole life. Look at her go! It was Do you guys watch the Dan Batard show with Stugotz?
Who? Oh, I love the Dan Batard show. Dan tells it like it is. He is the man. He always has been.
I like Dan.
Cut out that part where he said Dan. Cut that part out.
I love that show. Every day I get up and I religiously watch that show, and I think everybody should watch that show because if you're not watching that show, you're a loser.
I'm tuning in. Yeah. I'm looking for a job.
She's a senior.
I am a senior. Got it.
She's a senior.
I'll send you my resume.
Wait, who's your favorite person on the show?
Right here. My girl. Right here. Yes.
You're my
favorite
person
on the show. Watch the show, guys.
Dan, we coming, baby. We are coming. I'm not hard to find, baby. Let's go, Bucks. Let's go.
They're 4-3.
Oh.
That guy's coming.
A little bit of Stugotz. And that girl who's auditioning for a job. And she really was. She gave Lucy the take that Lucy wanted desperately.
She was a great interview, and I think she was drunk and pulled that together, so it was really, really impressive.
Now, did you see any of those people after the game in the parking lot?
So I left that game in the third quarter. That aged pretty poorly for me. Apologies.
Yeah.
I will say, though, no one was mad at me when I left Iowa Penn State early. No one got upset when I left that game early. I would say that with Colorado fans, probably 40 to 50% of the fans left around the same time I did. We all felt pretty confident. That came back to bite me in the ass.
What was the score?
We left, I believe, 29-0. That it was very cold out. I'll take whatever punishment Dan wants to give me for this. But yes, we did leave early. That aged super poorly.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Lugotz. Yeah.
You lost a glove, right?
I lost a glove. How am I supposed to sit out in 30-degree weather with only one glove?
Well,
that would have been dangerous.
From what I consumed, you lost a glove and you somehow got mustard all over your clothes.
I got mustard all over my sweatshirt. I had a hot dog. Was very messy. Lost my lip gloss too.
This sounds like it was punishment enough. I feel like no other punishments are required.
Thank you.
Iron fist.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it was so cold outside. It was so cold.
That is a fun segment. What are we calling that? On the road again? Rodin? On the Rodin?
On the Rodin.
Off-roadin.
Yeah.
My last name is Rodin. I thought it was pretty clever.
Uh-huh.
On the Rodin.
Off Rodin, though. I mean,
I wanted to call it Lucy's Road Trip. ROHD.
That's good too.
Yeah,
The name isn't finalized.
Just stayed in my head.
We just put it on there for this one. And we will have something else later in the week from where we went to Iowa the next day for the women's basketball, their record-breaking performance.
They got 55,000 fans out to that game, which is incredible.
55,000 people for a women's basketball game. It was one of the coolest experiences of my life. I cried probably 10 separate times because it was so beautiful. I felt like I was in the Barbie movie.
You cry too much, Lucy.
No, but it was so special. It was so many people supporting women's athletics.
Awesome.
It had literally never, ever happened before. And so I cried so much. And Caitlin, she had a triple-double in front of 55,000 people. It was amazing. It was one of the coolest experiences.
Iowa can't wait to see it.
Oh, boy.
On the Rodin.
Didn't they have 90,000 people in the volleyball game in Nebraska?
Yeah,
So
Nebraska.
isn't that the record-breaking one?
No, for
It's a
women's
different sport.
basketball, we broke the record. For women's sports,
That's
they
a
broke.
I heard women's sports.
There's
Yeah.
women
women's
and they
basketball.
play different sports.
No, I get
Tony.
that, but I heard women's sports record. So
No way.